Welcome to Paranormal Gateway Paratalk. I'm the host, Scott Wise, and today's special guest is Sarah Squeakers Russell. Sarah,
Hey.
Sarah is a dedicated paranormal investigator and podcast host that passionately exploring the mysteries of the unknown. Known for her friendly and approachable demeanor, Squeakers are a voice of the paranormal community and also active support teams worldwide. She's a key member of HideOut Paranormal, which the efforts of investigators and enthusiasts from all walks of life. Paranormal Hide Out Podcast Squeakers platform brings fascinating stories, investigations, and perspectives of life, featuring interviews with experts, investigators, enthusiasts, podcast dives into hauntings, cryptids, and occult, everything in between. She creates a welcoming environment for guests to share their experiences while engaging her audience with thought-provoking discussions and exciting revelations about the paranormal world. So without further ado, let's welcome Sarah herself. Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Ooh. Okay. How you doing today, Sarah?
That was a lot.
Yeah. Oh well. Huh. Yeah. I thought maybe we could also talk about this podcast later if you want to. So I'll put that in there for your intro. So
Okay.
all my guests I asked what inspired you to pursue paranormal investigation, and how did you get your nickname Squeakers?
Well, an old friend of mine came up with it because I have a weird laugh.
Oh,
And
okay.
when I get to laughing,
Matt can make you last day.
yeah, when I get to laughing, I start squeaking. So
Yeah.
it just stuck. Everybody started calling me Squeakers.
Oh, okay. That's kind of cool. They're
Yeah.
nickname I have. My sister used to call me Scotty. I'm like, well, most people call me that, but that's what they don't have.
Yeah, a friend of mine actually named her cat Squeakers after me. So
Well, sometimes my wife calls me a pain in the ass, but go there. So can describe one of your paranormal encounters if you have investigations like stuck out, or is there experience that you had made you want to investigate?
Um, I've been in the field for, I want to say 25 years, but half of that has been on podcasting and working with teams from around the world. My home base is HideOut Paranormal, and also my podcast, the Paranormal Hide Out Podcast. But the one that I can remember that stuck with me was the house in Spokane that I helped bless. And when we were blessing it, the walls literally bled. And that was something that I had never experienced before.
Wow.
And when I say bled, it wasn't like blood, it was like sap from the wood.
Yeah.
And
Was it with ectoplasm?
what was that?
Ectoplasm?
You could probably say so, yeah, because it was built on an Indian burial ground, and they had a full mirror wall,
Mm-hmm.
and it was pretty creepy of a place to go into. And we had me and two other people in there, and that was the first place that I had ever used my abilities. And I was spot on target with everything that I had said that made the two ladies that lived there kind of freak out because they didn't say anything to me.
Yeah, look, with abilities wise, and I'm more empath now than I have been when I first started. Like I said, the last 4 or 5 years is what hit me. Every get place I walk in, I know kind of what's going on and the way it felt, in there. And I'm very susceptible to EMF. Um, I like very lucid, vivid dreams a lot too. That's like, but yeah, because mine just started a few years ago, and I'm more aware of my surroundings. And I don't know if it has to do with my illness or what it is of my brain, but what just kicked in at that time, I don't know. So it's just something that happened. So
Yes, when you use your abilities a lot more, it tends to come out, and you can figure out what is actually real and what is not.
right, right,
And I haven't really done much in the last 5 years when it comes to investigating. Um, I think the last place I went to was in 2019, and that place was
yeah,
an interesting job to do. Um, we had a group full of sensitives and one person that really didn't listen very well to what we were going to do, and things went badly, and the next thing I know, our group split up in 2019. So anything can happen when you're on these investigations.
oh yeah, yeah. I know when I was younger and my son was 5 or 6. Can I go out with you, Daddy? I was, no. Last year, like 17 or 18 years old, I'll take it. Maybe 16. But at that time, we were doing a lot of residential cases. And I didn't want to take on anything like that because we had one that got kind of bad with activity and people got scratched in. And I don't want to be subject him that. Now, I asked him now here now. You know, he's going to school now, college, and he's concentrating on that. And he does still play computer games, of course. Uh,
Yeah,
but
I I haven't been on many investigations lately, but my home base, the Paranormal HideOut team, they've been all over the place in Florida. They've been to the St. Augustine jail.
oh god, what about
Um,
my house?
I think that's up next. That's what I
Uh,
want to do.
house I won't do, but I won't be able to make the stairs. I got a walker.
Yeah. I
Yes,
can't give out too
and,
much detail on that, but I
and,
know
and,
that that's
and
one place.
unless we put an elevator in that for years, I'm not going up there.
Yeah. They've been to the G.I. Joe Hotel
Really?
and the Lewiston Inn Hotel and um, the Pioneer Settlers um, grave. I don't know exactly what they call it, but it was a Pioneer Settlers grave. Um,
So
they've been
yeah,
all over.
they're out there, my friend. There's actually a cemetery out there called Pioneer. Is that what you're
Yeah.
talking about?
What was that?
Actually, the guys in California, there is a Pioneer cemetery out there.
Wow.
Yeah, you gotta check it out. We have Pioneer Cemetery in Pennsylvania too. We went to, but the stones are like in late 1800s or 1900s. Yeah, and a lot of kids' graves are sad. Uh, yeah.
Wow. There's I have one cemetery that I work with over here, and I know the owners. And I've been the second team in 2 decades to go into the cemetery and work with them. But there was a lot of children's graves there too, and it was interesting because, but you, if you remember at that time, that decade, there was wars going on. There was, and they didn't have all the tools we have now for pregnancy and people um, basically being born. So there was a lot more tragedies back then.
Hmm.
It's a little bit weird how they were buried next to a lot of military people.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, so
A lot of them there were actually a lumber mill there used to be there, and a lot of them I think were workers from there, so that they're put it right there. But
Yeah.
what the sea was left of it, it was the foundation with a lot of broken glass bottles and stuff there. But,
Yeah.
yeah. All the good cemetery. Uh, we got like a Pioneer Cemetery. Do you guys use SLS cameras?
I don't, but the team does.
Okay, because the one guy who is a tech for a group, he built one himself, and at the Pioneer Cemetery they call it like what's going by real quick, like right across the screen, and like that's really weird, and and then like we actually used the investigation of a church a couple times, and we call it a ghost or or there was a gray zones. We call them video camera. Um, that was really cool. Um, I had to hear it real. Want to see it real quick? You want me to
Yeah.
show it to you? Um,
What was that?
I have that video of that ghost body going by the tombstone, and you'll see it.
Yeah, sure.
Shop here. It's like a couple seconds. It comes up and it goes fast, and right behind there, it's like slower. So
Okay.
I want investigator called it. It goes by real quick, but there's a little fog going by.
Yeah.
And I like paused it once in the middle. This one was like a child's face there, but um, I'm not. I'm always worried about the what's that called? Paranoia when it comes to stuff like that. So yeah, that kind of stuff. But yeah, so about the equipment. What kind of equipment you guys use besides that? What's one of your favorites? You know, like when you do investigations. So,
Yeah. There was one that I went on here
mhm.
with the Spokane Ghost Crew. We went to a Masonic temple,
Oh man.
and it was really interesting because there was a suicide that had happened in the building. Not to mention all the past issues of the things that they did. Um, but I ended up seeing a face in the mirror, and they got it on video, and it was something else, and it was staring right at me at the time, and I didn't really know what to do. I was like, "Well, hello there." It almost looked as if somebody drew him on there, but in the same token, I kept seeing his stuff move, so I knew it had to have been a spirit. Um,
Wow.
but yeah, it was one of those nights where it was just we weren't expecting that.
Yeah. It's a place I go. I see a loud shower play usually. But you saw there, huh?
Yeah,
I know. I was like, okay. Yeah, a short lot behind me. Yeah, I don't know. Hmm. We had handprints when we were before, but hmm,
nice.
yeah, we had habits to a place to take we that church there had a big mirror in the kids' playroom, so we sprayed the mirror down with Windex wipes. Yeah, with like little handprint on it. So that was
Yeah,
cool. That was cool.
That's another thing that I do too. I own a mirror that's been in the family for over 75 years, and it's haunted. And I didn't know it was until I ended up inheriting it. And I've seen stuff in it, and I noticed certain things about it. And it's just right now it's in storage, but I want to bring it to my home now. But in the same time, I'm like, do I really want to deal with that again?
Right. Right. I think I own objects here. I think really older of uh you know fairly value over the years. So mm,
Yeah.
so no, but I'm following him. Yeah. Got that because like yesterday real quick. I thought I was back in dressed and like got a shower. Like back in the bedroom. I was out here. She was doing her TikTok and stuff. I said, "What do you want?" I can't. What's you calling me for? What do you get? Yeah. I say, I said, where's Scott? I said, you can call me. So they are there, cause like, oh, yeah, once they asked her what she wanted for dinner. And I go back and walk in the door, and I got ready to ask her, there's Scott in my ear. I'm like, what the hell? That's enough now. Like, so it was really a lower, like a Scott, yeah. But I'm like, oh, come on now. I know she's here. I actually caught her. I have this, everything with big windows, right? But right now you see my ring light. That's the light. But I have dark curtains here covering the windows. I do myself usually in the evening, so it's dark. But during this podcast show, I actually caught the ring right in front of me, or could be behind me. And I'll show you real quick. I have it fastened, so if you blink, you miss it. But I did fasten real slow by it. So see what you think of this. Yeah, first time, real quick. And I slow it down next time because like this. It's about yeah high, about maybe 3, 4 feet high. And I think, well, the feet I think this year is taller than that. So, so where else do you investigate out there?
Um, I have investigated. Well, the farthest one away was the La Crosse, Washington house. And I can't say much about that house, but I can say that it was a really weird town. There was a cross on every corner, not a cross, but a church on every corner, and a pentagram clear up on top of a building, which made it weirder. And
Wow.
the house had a screaming spirit in it, and it was not a very nice one. Let's just put it at that. And she was trying to take hold of one of my friends at the time, and we ended up getting her away from her. But each one of us had problems after that investigation.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm always telling people to be very careful where you go and to protect yourself because, like I said earlier, anything can happen.
Yeah. So the rest group, we just take protection with us, and we do. We do what we should do, opening and closing prayers. We
Yeah,
all say you can't go home with us. Well, I'd say work for me apparently. So
exactly.
uh, that's why it all depends on location, what happened in the past. as to what kind of energy you're going to have at these occasions. And people have to be aware of that. I mean, you can get only so much in the libraries about this information, but a lot of times they'll go back further than 1800s. You know, and beyond that or before that, I mean, a lot of indigenous people and others were there before that that could be influential when you go to these places to what you're walking into. So just be aware. If you're going to start doing this, you know, you got to be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one rule we always say. And if you're attempting to, um, like you're going to if you go to the rest application they want, you do cleansing in the house. Okay, if you dump before, if you know how to do it, okay. Sometimes without fault or trying to, it could get worse afterwards. Um, uh, a couple of times we did it, we got good results from it. Um, the one we did, we called a little girl for, and we heard on EVP saying, I think I'm crossing over, mother. We heard on EVP. So, yeah, just be
Wow.
very, very careful if you do that. Um, and we never do seances, we never do Ouija boards, we never do spells or anything. Unless you, I know people have wishes, but they are more in tune with nature than anything, you know. Uh,
Yeah. It gets, some of the cases get really just quite out there.
yeah,
And I've had a few of them that have been pretty doozy. And I don't know. I want to get back out there. I want to start my team back up. Is it going to happen again? So I'm nervous.
yeah. If I'll get out sick. I usually get out to a couple a year. Um, I wanted to get out to Ohio. Well, I'm in Ohio, but I wanted to go to. I think I tried to in September go to the Twin City Opera House out here. That prison is freaking huge. Um, I would love to go there, but there's
Yeah.
also a prospect place out here where you go to too. So, oh, probably one or the other. Just because it costs so much to go to these places. Uh,
Nice.
yeah, I would look out. I guess I should take a March off this year, so I get a break, and working on a book now. I'm trying to get out and behind the book on that. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah,
That's good. It's good to have hobbies.
yeah. Well, yeah, I get bored quick. I what the my podcast and stuff I do every week, and it keeps me busy. You know, so I get people with information, and I do all my videos and stuff. I use Canva. I love Canva. I use that for everything.
Yeah, I do too. I didn't pay my bill this month, so I've been kind of like
Yeah,
Canva deprived. But
yeah, I have mine ones on my crystal. I was forget to pay it. Yeah,
yeah,
I have that. And I have bracelet in here. I pay for this, but they want like $21 a month for that. I'm gonna pay that. So they have special Black Friday special. Uh,
yeah.
I paid $119 for the year.
Nice.
So that comes out like $8 a show. So yeah. So $8 a month. I pay. I like it. I have problems with it.
What was
So
that?
I like it. I never have problems with it. So
Yeah.
I'll be in my favor for that. I at least have to keep it for a year so that I pay for it. If something
Right.
else comes around, I'll never get back to that StreamYard again. Well, that they made it bad for everybody, but a lot of people left.
Yeah.
Besides, there are any other places that you're at, or that?
There's some. There's some. We have quite. We have 6, 7. I want to say over 10 cemeteries in town. We might have
Oh,
more.
yeah.
And then we have a couple places around town that are haunted. The Campbell House and the Betty Clark. I'm butchering this wrong. I want to say Betsy Clark Mansion.
Hmm.
I probably butchered that.
Alright.
But we have places all over in Spokane.
See, we have some cemeteries out here. I actually went to a festival, um, Krampus festival out here, and the one author about his haunted cemetery, the HideOut. And what I did, I made an app for it. So he broke the book down in different county, north, south, east, west, all around the 6 different areas based on location or how. My voice home. Maya, hush. Sorry about that. Maya, hush. Sorry about that. Anyway, I had an app for it. Yes, I was not sure.
Yeah.
You're not looking at it? Hold on.
It was the Patsy Clark Mansion.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Not Betsy, but Patsy Clark.
Patsy. Okay. But I mean, after that, you go on, you click the cemetery, and they'll pop up on your Google Maps, and you hit go to, and it'll take it. So that worked out pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I get a chance to use it, yeah, but I give it to the guy so he can give it to people who buy his book.
Yeah. We like to, when I was ghost hunting, we like to do an area sweep before we went because you just never know. You gotta be clear on your surroundings and
Right.
stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we always do, like, we feel residential cases, if you go and do base readings, that's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
And we usually really, but last few times we go in and these places allow you at least 4 to 6 hours to investigate. And so we take time, set by the line and camera stuff. We take an hour or two sometimes, and they'll cut into our investigation time. So we just go in and pick places we think would be good for the evening, set up stationary cameras, and do that. So
Yeah.
a lot of that has to take a week to go on investigation faster. So, yeah. So, like I say, a year ago, this way, I was just taking that post-town school investigation. where it got that big squall for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a few places. If you got, alright, I know it's a long travel. It's probably a long way for you to climb, but I would look out of there sometime. It'll be fun. So I know that the one guy out there got to go investigate the Queen Mary. He said he liked that. He investigated a couple times. That's out your way, right? Queen
Nice.
Mary?
Yeah, that's someplace we want to go with the
Yeah, yeah. There's
Queen
actually,
Mary.
it's actually a prison out there too. I think he went to. I can't remember what it was. I think it was in Washington. I'm sorry, I don't remember what it was.
Oh no, you're fine.
Oh well. So, okay, well, I got one for you if he already goes. What do you,
Hmm?
what do you think happens to spirits after they leave our world?
What do I think of
What happens to them when we die?
when we die? What happens when we die?
Yeah,
I
like
think we're given a choice whether to go to heaven or stay behind, but I also think that there's visiting that they get to look in on their families every so often because I've caught a few things of my relatives, and one of them was my grandfather, and I caught a photo of him a couple of years back, and my mom even was shocked. And but I think we're given a choice whether we want to go to heaven, straight off to heaven, or if we want to stay behind and visit. Um, there's just too many facts now that people have gotten that have their relatives been involved. Um, yeah, so I think we're given a choice. Of course, I don't know that I necessarily believe that there's a hell, but I do believe that people who have committed crimes, like really, really bad crimes, I think they're given a choice too, but they only get a certain choice, if that makes sense.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I always thought was that. My thought was is you just said that there are some. I think when they pass, they're the same way they were, and
Yeah.
and like so if they do have a chance that they decide not to because they're so happy being miserable.
Yeah.
I had a few investigations of bad spirits, and I got called an asshole already. I got called an effer already. And I'm like, what did I do? I mean, I'm a nice guy. I mean, really, you're gonna do good there? And that the atmosphere and the surroundings in that place, of a dark, danky basement of residents, it just felt off down there. The city was down there. I was like, it's time to get out. And
I think if I got called a dumbass by a spirit, I'd quit.
yeah, I did, but we were on the investigation farm, and I got one of a few. I'll see if she loved me. So that kind of
Yeah.
made me think out a bit, but we did call it due to whatever. They just like, what did I do? But as our investigation, we caught his face in the attic window when we were outside, and it mean face too. So that one, they want us to cleanse that place, and we tried back on the sale a little better, but I said, we can't do more for you. You have to just talk clergy or something, because we can't do anything else. So whether you
Yeah.
do or not, we never heard anything back. We texted 3 or 4 times, said it's okay, or never responded to our calls. So we always check back with clients, see how they're doing. Always. Because we have people who call us up, say, these investigators came to our house like 2 months ago and never came back and told what they got. And I'm like, well, how well did you vet them? Did you see how much experience they had? Did you call? Did you ask them questions or stuff like did before? How they go about doing things? What can they expect when they come in? Do we need us here? All that kind of stuff before you do it. Like, when I got with the group, it was a nice group of stuff. And when I first started off, and I was with them for 3 years, and I left because of that same reason. Because the guy who was in charge, I'll name names, I don't want to do that. I don't think I do that. But he didn't care anymore. And I'd have to go to results and the places hours away or hour away to reveal myself. And I'm like, oh. So I stopped quick. And my best friend and a guy I knew from the 7th grade, um, he joined my we did the group together, and they got tech guy come on, and then I was with that group for 12 years now. So
Yeah.
yeah, so
I always,
we were very fortunate.
yeah. I always designate somebody to find out that information because I'm a sensitive, and
Mm-hmm.
um, many people have called me a medium. I don't like giving myself that
No,
label personally, but I don't like to know what's ahead of me when I'm going into a
right,
place. So I usually designate somebody in the group to find out that information. Or if you
right,
have a researcher, uh, that's always good to have. And that person knows what's actually going on in the building or the house
right,
or
right.
the individuals.
Or it's a case manager who gets the
Yeah,
info. Yeah, that's a
exactly.
good stuff. We had other places that we were at that were like at one about the girl that I went to work with. We were like best friends. We weren't together. We were just best friends. We had to work a lot drinking. And I came one day to work one day, and another friend of hers came up, she crying. I goes on. Who has some of a bitch killer? Like, what are you talking about? And she said her name. And I said, no way. Yeah, he stabbed her on the kitchen floor. I'm like, oh my god. So I'm like, anyways, go ahead about 2, 3 years later. We're still doing residential cases. And there's a place in New York we went, and we went on a preliminary investigation. We go and talk to him. It's just a few days before the investigation. And so if they're real close, we'll do that. And then they have an hour away. So they're talking now. There's somebody killed in the kitchen here. And I'm like, it's some girl. Like, what? So I said, her name wouldn't by chance be, and I said her name, like, and they almost passed out. I said, how do you know that name? I said, I worked with her. So that whole week of the weekend, I was unsure about going. And I think, well, I gotta, so we got some ECPs of her voice, but it's just like feel the clock. I can feel voice can make out and sing. But we got a few hits on the EMF thing, but yeah, that was we got much after that. But when I heard that, I'm like, oh my god, I investigated a murder house. A friend of mine. And it took me a while to get over that. It really did. Um, I wasn't awake for a few weeks after that.
Wow.
Yeah. I also,
Yeah. See, when you find out stuff like that.
yeah, it's right here. It's like, I don't know. But, yeah, and I, I've been working FS now for the past few years, and I also have like vivid dreams and lucid dreams, and I also think astral projection already too, and that's scary as hell. If you actually do that, and the first time you do that, it scares the shit out of you because when you come back down, it's like a jolt. So I'll like that, and I like a cat. I'll wake
Yeah.
up. I'm like, what the hell? It's like it's kind of scary because one time I was sitting in the bed beside my wife. I woke up like that. I'm a hitter because I was,
You
so
know that I have dreams like that too. And certain ones have come true. But there's times when I am just like, no, that can't be right. And honestly, I don't know how to deal with them because I don't know whether or not they're a premonition or just a dream.
right.
But they feel so real.
Mm-hmm.
And when they
It's
feel like that,
yeah,
that's supposedly a premonition.
yeah. It's like you're asleep and trying to rest, and you're leading a lot more life because you're all exhausted, during that.
Yeah.
And I found a way to get around that because it's just I wake up exhausted every day, and fortunately I don't work. I can take a nap if I need to. No, go on. I mean, what you're saying. But yeah, if that part, this part, that'd be freaking scary, though. I mean, if it's happened before, yeah.
Yeah. Like I had a dream of my grandmother passing away. And the next thing I know, I see her face in my head. And then my dad had called to tell me that my grandmother passed away. I think that was one of my freakiest moments that I had to deal with
Yeah,
as a kid, and I didn't understand it.
right.
And it
Yeah,
was one of those things. It was like, hey, wait a second. What did I just experience?
yeah, and like the same way, me and my wife visited Pennsylvania once, twice a year, and we were going out about play cards and neighbors across the street. Well, we have to be good friends now, so we come back, we go play cards, and uh, uh, the guy, he got really sick, and he was like early 70s, I think, and he got some kind of cancer or something. He is fading, and um, I had a dream one time of him come visit me. I'm like, it kind of scared me. And like a day after, or 2 days after, I got the email from the one he saying that. I'm like, oh man. And he visited me too. Actually, he visited me on my dream last night. Him and another friend of mine come see me in my dreams a lot. I mean, all the time. So, and actually, she died, and then the day after she died, she visited me in my dream. So I'm glad they do that because I know they're okay, and it just shows that I'm not afraid to die. I'm not. So if it happens, it happens. I know there's something there afterwards. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm not rushing anything, but I feel more comfort in knowing and
I'm still
feeling
kind of
now.
afraid personally,
Yeah,
but
I mean, I've had a good life.
yeah.
I have. My family did their best. My friends, I mean, they helped take care of me in these last few years, and yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm so yeah. You never know. No,
Yep.
no. I think it's like what's the and it's the fear of the unknown is what it is, and
Yeah.
that's what it is. And my mom had experience with my grandpa in the hospital when he died. That his eyes just lit up, went and smiled, and he died. So he saw something that before he left. So, like I said, I've heard of and seen um, things, or from people seeing things. And I do like to have an episode on near-death experiences too.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated with that, and also maybe one on like astral projecting. But I don't know who to reach out for that. If I just asked you for people come on and talk about near death experiences, I would love that. But I'll have to do more research about that.
Yeah. I think, I think research is good. And, but I also think that it can put things in our head that we don't need to know.
Right, right. And like I said, but you gotta be understanding that. Like, I actually bought a book on astroplaning and how to do it, be more aware of it. I only want to do that so I can control it more. I'm the one that, you know, other work their places, but I always, when I do it, I'm usually, I come down with you different places and come back. Like my dream will consist of 3 different places with different people. It's not just one culture in one place. But the one that scared me the most is when I up in the air and I come down both times. I always see like a feel of like I'm seeing a feel like way high of like this tall golden, I don't know, not golden rod, but golden wheat maybe, I don't know, like that golden wheat. And then I see it like slowing out and hit mountains over there. And then I go up, come down, and I embody again. Like this, that scares the hell out of me. So it's almost the same thing every few days for that, but I'm more vivid dream than anything. And I remember all my dreams too. So a lot of people do that. They can't. I can't remember a dream. I remember everything. Details.
Yeah.
I'll tell my wife these dreams. What the hell? Shoot, what did you have to eat last night? So I don't know, but it's come back to my dreams. Oh God. Oh Lordy. But you think that there are people that you believe are more susceptible to that. Or
I think everybody has some sort of an ability, but I think as we grow up, we are clouded by different religion and different nationalities. And don't come for me, I'm not being racist. I'm just saying that
right.
because we are raised the way that we are, I feel like so many people don't use their abilities. And it's really kind of sad because we could really help people if we knew what ability each one of us had.
Right. And
Um,
I think of that. I
and I'm
wish
not
to know, yeah, I wish to know what point when you're a child, like you lose that ability because you talk about people, their imaginary friends. And
yeah,
I'm thinking they're not so imaginary, you know.
yeah.
So I don't know if you love now it's a imaginary friend or yourself, you know, but I've seen a lot of shows that, you know, that it may
Well,
not just be that.
and you're right with that right there. Hollywood makes it look like it should be all glamorified and
Yeah.
that there's these demons out there that we gotta get and everything else, and that's
Right.
not how it is.
Right.
And we don't believe in the devil. We don't believe in. I mean, we
Well,
believe there's something out there, yes,
oh yeah.
but we don't worship him.
I'm not big one of they went too much or I mean I'm with your angry spirits too, so I never got scratched or anything and that necessarily is a demon. It could be an angry ghost saying, what you shouldn't be
Exactly.
here. Why are you in my house? Yeah.
Most of the spirits I've come in contact with that were said to be a demon were not. They were just an angry ghost house
Yeah.
that, and mainly most of the time it was because the owner of the house had an ability, didn't know they had an ability, noticed the ghost, but didn't interact with the ghost. So the ghost was trying to get her attention and by doing things like throwing glass or picking up things and hiding it or moving a
Yeah.
trash can around. It was little things like that. And she said that it was a demon. And I was like, why to somebody else? And I was like, it's not a demon, it's a house ghost. And this house ghost was just really mad. And once I got done with being there, things calmed down a bit, but it didn't last. And it was because she had more people come through. And that was her choice to have more people come through and figure out what was going on in the house. But in the end, if one group can't get rid of something, then the other group's not going to really be able to either. Or they're going to have a hard time trying. Because
Right. And like I said before, I think it's got also be um passed over loved ones to just check in on too. So I believe that is a high possibility also. Now I have seen already because it's a dark figure and stuff too. Maybe in some cases, it could be, and they are there. But a lot of times you'll say, oh, there's some old lady in the rocker sitting there, or some old lady sitting around the bed, or there's old guy with a beard sitting there. It could be that. Yeah, but those seem, yeah, but that can also be scary too. I mean, for a child, I believe, and one of the things that we did investigating residential cases, if a child is involved, you get there in 1 or 2 days.
yeah, and
Um,
it's okay to be a little bit afraid on your investigations. I mean, that's an ability in itself, is being afraid. Not everybody has that emotion.
right, right. Um, like us, we also people offer so what do you do? You ghost hunt? You investigate paranormal? And they kind of shaking their head. I'm like, yeah, just try sometimes fun. Yeah, what's your first experience, man? It's like, uh, it's to get bit by the ghost humbug.
I'm like that with my cousins. Like, I'll be the first one to break the ice at a
Yeah,
get
they'll be running away, I'll be running to it.
Yep. I'll be like, so what kind of ghost adventures have you been on lately?
Yeah. Well, my wife got me a shirt. I always call it, but that film about me and Don, my investigator, and my guy, um, we used to tell like people if they scared they got the car and the movies go, but the one girl investigator was she just heard noise, she'd take off the other way. I'm like, we go towards it. And just a like a joke, right? My wife got me and I a shirt that says run away like you're being chased by a ghost.
That's great.
Yeah, yeah. I wear it once in a while. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I love it. I'll be the first one at a barbecue to break the ice and start talking about ghosts.
Ah, well, I take my laptop where I go back home because there's people coming over and we're watching videos now. And this is some of my EVPs I get. 'Cause I got a shitload of EVPs on my. I have a 4 terabyte extra hard drive. I got tons of stuff on there. But yeah, I mean, we should get the girls on time. You get some of your EVPs and evidence of video stuff and be able to do a show on that then. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
Because I'll take an hour itself from you.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So, yeah.
it's been fun
Well,
going down memory lane. I've
uh,
had a lot of
yeah.
I've had a lot of interesting investigations, and that one house that I talked about with the bleeding walls, there was also, like I said, she thought it was Maleficent. And I said, no, it's not. It's just an angry old man.
Yeah.
And the reason why I knew it was an angry old man was because of how he would push everything on top of the microwave back. And he actually did it when we were there. And it was crazy. The whole investigation just lit me up for more possibilities of being an investigator. But then again, I don't like calling myself that because I haven't been out in the field in like the last 5 years. So I don't really feel like I can call myself an investigator. However, I do feel like I can call myself a medium because I have those witnesses that have witnessed my ability. And that's why I join up with most of these teams to help, because then I know that my ability is real and it's not something that I am faking or something that somebody doesn't like.
Right. Because we first saw if we had that psychic medium on our group. And she was spot on. I mean, um, the one guy, that guy, that came on, he didn't believe in that kind of stuff. And we were doing a dinner and showing a good stuff investigation from a restaurant we did. They had a banquet hall. And we were in there and showing investigation. And she walked them outside and talked to them about something that nobody knows about him, any himself. And he kind of shook his head and he was, oh my God. He was, I'm not going to say what it is, but she was spot on. Because
Yeah.
it was something that personal to him that he didn't want to say anybody about it. And she did.
Yeah. Like there's people that with my abilities, but they're stronger and they can go up to a person and label things about them. I can't do that. I can see and I can hear and I can smell those, but most of the time they're screaming at me through either online or in real life. And I say in real life because it's not an online thing, but it's just been interesting. And I tell people to journal because I never journaled on my way, I guess, through my awakening. But I wish I had, because there's just so many things that happened that I wish I would have been able to talk more about.
Right. I should be doing journal. I'll be able to do a whole book in like 6 months. I'll be able to put a book out, my dreams, but I wouldn't do it. So much dreams I have. Like, what the hell? It's like, what are you
Yeah.
smoking? I'll put a thing, disclaimer. I was not smoking or doing crack or any kind of stuff when I was writing this book. Yeah, that's just the weird stuff I have and like I just thought back to just for comic relief. I should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should do that, but who knows? Yeah, I'll get around to it. I'm
Yeah.
busy right now, my other book, so. All right, do you want to tell me about your podcast?
Oh, I have a podcast called the Paranormal Hide Out Podcast. It's another one of my home bases. We talk to people from all over the world, and we have different topics right now, different demons that we're doing from A to D, and
Oh,
we're
cool.
booked out until March.
That's all. Do you have certain days you do or times?
Usually it's on Wednesdays or Thursdays. I do have some on Saturdays because I let my guests pick the time and date.
Me too.
It's easier that way because
Yeah.
everybody works and everybody has lives to take care of, and so
And a different occasions too. Huh? On the East Coast, you're on the West Coast,
yes,
so
yep.
it works out
So
better
there's many
for
time
us.
zones.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll make sure I'll put your link to your podcast in afterwards, and
Okay,
maybe your HideOut Paranormal
yeah,
website page. I'll put that in too. So,
definitely.
and this show in a few days should be on Spotify. I haven't paused on Spotify, but it should be on there coming up. Um, Definitely a problem, so hopefully I got that straightened out. It's actually on iHeart too, I think. So,
Yeah,
alrighty. Well, it was lovely talking to you, Sarah, and
it was lovely to talk to you too.
I appreciate how you're on, and we'll definitely get back on again. Like I said, once we get again our investigation might built, probably have you on me in the summertime.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
planning on it. We're kind of in a rut right now with things, but I'm planning
yeah,
on getting my team
yeah,
out there.
yeah. I've been on the weather a lot and trying to get my health going too, and I can recuperate in March. So, there's always a way, but okay. Well, like I said, it's nice talking to you again. I'll definitely have on, and please keep in touch. I'll keep in touch also. Um, I probably have some things I can send you to listen to and see if you want. I'll put that in your email if you want.
Okay,
Um, we talk at and see what your thoughts are on
sounds
that.
good.
All right. Till next time, everybody. Happy haunting. Goodbye.
Bye bye.